Hey guys, it's Julia, Rain City Dolls here. This is my first ever YouTube video, so I decided it would be a good idea for me to start out by introducing you guys to my collection. So this is an all my dolls video. I currently have 25 dolls and I've been collecting since 2010. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So this is Isel. She's a truly me number 25 and she was my first doll. I received her on May 5th, 2010 for my 10th birthday from my parents. I had been interested in American Girl since around 2005, and I'd played games on the website, and I had Ginger and Pepper, who I had gotten at the American Girl store in Chicago, but I didn't really have an interest in getting a doll until around 2009. I was really thrilled to be able to get one for my birthday in 2010. A lot of the girls that I knew had American Girl dolls by that point, so Isel got a lot of use during playdates and stuff like that. She was definitely pretty much the only doll that I actually ever played with. She was meant to be my mini-me, but she's had many names over the years. So I remember for a period of time she was Alexa, and then she was Dove, and now she's Isel. She definitely holds a really special place in my heart and in my collection. Next is Millie, who's Girl of the Year 2013 Sage. I got her off the AG website with money that I'd saved up over the course of the year, and she arrived on December 2nd, 2013. 2013 was around the time when I started to get into AGIG and kind of collecting and photographing my dolls more than playing with them. I initially named her Catherine when I first got her, but a few years after I changed her name to Millie after the character in Thoroughly Modern Millie. I did a really good job taking care of her hair as a kid, which was surprising to me given that she was only my second doll and she was the first one that I had that had curls, but somehow her hair is still in pretty great shape. My next doll that I got was Rydell, who's a Girl of the Year 2014 Isabel doll, and I got her at the American Girl Place San Francisco on January 16th, 2014. I got her with my Christmas money, and I was really excited to be able to pick her out in person and pick out the Isabel that I liked the best. I was so excited to get her that I was ripping her out of the box the second that I got back to the car with my mom. And I ended up naming her after a member of the band R5, which is a band that I was really into at the time. The next doll was my last doll that I got before quite a long break from getting new dolls, and this is Piper. She's a Marie Grace doll that I got on July 28th, 2014 when I was on a family vacation to Chicago. I bought her with money that I had saved up, and I had actually saved up enough to buy both Marie Grace and Cecile, and I was planning to buy them both, but my mom said that I could only buy one, so I ended up buying Marie Grace because of her unique face mold. And then after that summer, I started to kind of drift away from my dolls. I got really busy with school and after school activities, and I was also kind of worried about what people might think since I was collecting and photographing dolls as I was going into high school, and I started to get more nervous about what people might think of me. Then fast forward to 2021, I actually purchased a doll who's no longer in my collection, so she's not the one that's pictured here, but I got a TLC Mia doll off of Craigslist for $30, and she was in really, really bad shape. I restored her and I had a lot of fun fixing her up, and that kind of renewed my love for American Girl dolls. So I started a job in October of 2021, and for the first time ever, I had real adult money. So I had enough that I could really spend it on whatever I wanted. After receiving my first paycheck, I got this doll who I named Cowrie, and she's a Girl of the Year 2006 Jess doll. When I got her, she was pretty much new off of eBay. I think she was owned by a collector and she was pretty much just displayed. One of her sandals was broken, but besides that, she was in great shape. She still had her original meat braids in. She came with her box and everything. It was great. She arrived on November 1st of 2021, and I can definitely credit both the Mia doll that I fixed up and Cowrie for kind of starting a resurgence of my love for American Girl. So this next doll I actually got the day after, on November 2nd, 2021. I went with my mom to Costco and we found out that they had American Girl dolls there. They had all four of the sparkling ballerina dolls, but Truly Me 67 had been on my wish list even when I wasn't really following American Girl that closely. I had really loved that doll, so I was stunned to see her there and I got her right away. I named her Octavia, and I still think she's super beautiful, and I'm so happy to have her in my collection. My only note with this doll is honestly her hair is a lot harder to deal with than I thought it would be. So while she's still like one of my favorite dolls, just because her hair gets messed up so easily, I find that I don't really use her as often as I would like to. This next doll is Haru, and he's a Truly Me 75, and he was my first boy doll. I remember as a kid I wanted American Girl to make boy dolls so bad, so when I saw that they had them in the Truly Me line, I knew I needed to get them right away. This was right around when 76 was retired, and he was actually the boy doll that I wanted the most, but 75 was a close second. I got Haru at the AG Place San Francisco on November 26th of 2021, and they actually did have a few 76s in stock, but you'll see in a little bit why I got 75 instead. So I know the boy dolls get a lot of hate, but I absolutely love all four of them and would highly recommend them to anybody who's considering getting one, or if you're looking for like a way to diversify your collection, I think that they're a great option. My next doll that I bought was Obi, who's a Truly Me 77, and I got him on Black Friday off of the American Girl website. He arrived on December 5th of 2021, and like I just said, I love the Truly Me boy dolls, so I was super excited to add him to my collection. My next doll is Sutton, who's a Truly Me 82, and just like Octavia, she's a Costco sparkling ballerina doll. My mom bought her for me on December 19th of 2021, and I actually sold her meat outfit and the warm-up outfit that she came with because I had already gotten them with Octavia, and I gave the money that I got from selling that back to my mom. So after I sold those outfits, I started to branch out into buying American Girl dolls to restore and sell on my eBay. So it was around the time that I got Sutton that I got started into doing that. My next doll is Daisy, who's a Truly Me 58. I got her with rewards money and with coupons from the Sparkling Ballerina dolls, and I have to say 58 is definitely one of the prettiest Truly Me dolls that American Girl has made, in my opinion. She arrived on December 23rd, 2021, and I got her off the AG website. When I got her, her hair was pretty flat, so I split all her curls into two, and I love the way that it came out. I think that her hair is a lot more manageable than Octavia's hair is, so if you're looking to get a first doll with ringlets and are nervous about being able to take care of them, I think that 58 is a great option. My next doll is Luca, who's a Truly Me 76, and I got him for Christmas from my parents in 2021. My mom bought him for me when we saw that they had 76s still available in the store, even though they were sold out online. I'd actually only asked for Mary Ellen's sledding outfit for Christmas, so I feel extremely lucky and thankful to have gotten both the outfit and this doll for Christmas that year. The next doll that I bought is Morgan, who's a Girl of the Year 2020 Joss doll. I remember seeing leaks for Joss back in 2019 and wanting the doll really bad, but I couldn't justify it at the time. So when I went to visit the AG Place Chicago on January 22nd, 2022, I knew that she was the doll that I wanted to buy while I was there. I really love Morgan, and I think she's one of the prettiest Joss dolls that I've seen. I know I'm biased, but I think she's really pretty. While I was at the AG Place Chicago, I took her to the hair salon to get her hair done, and I got this little fishtail braid done, and she still has that in now. On that trip, I had really only planned to buy Morgan, but as I was walking through the store, I was planning to get a few outfits, and they didn't have some of the outfits that I was looking for, and my mom and I stopped and were staring at the World by Us displays, and we're playing with the hair of the McKenna dolls, and honestly, my mom ended up kind of convincing me to get this doll, and I named her Ebony. She's my McKenna doll, and I'd kind of been on the fence on the World by Us dolls because I wasn't really used to the painted lashes yet, but honestly, getting to spend time with the beautiful displays in Chicago and getting to really see and feel the dolls, my mind was completely changed, and I think that the lashes are absolutely stunning, and I've definitely been getting more used to seeing them in photos, and I think that American Girl did a really great job with the face paint on these dolls. This next doll, I have to say, I definitely never saw myself getting. This is Paige, and she's a Truly Me 88 that I got used off of Craigslist. I picked her up on January 25th, 2022, and my plan was to fix her up and the other doll that I bought and just resell them, but Paige totally stole my heart. So I'd seen these dolls a lot at the American Girl stores when I've been visiting them, and probably about like a fourth of the kids at the stores that I saw walking around had these like colored hair Truly Me dolls. So I saw they were like really popular, but I kind of was like, okay, I'm not really the target demographic for this. They seem to be really popular with young kids, but I'm not the kind of person that they're targeting as an adult collector. This doll completely changed my mind. She is so pretty. Her hair is just gorgeous. The quality is just phenomenal. And after getting her and just kind of playing around with her hair, seeing how well she photographs, I really want to add more dolls with colored hair to my collection because she's so unique in my collection. Even though she has a classic mold like so many of my other dolls do, I love her so much. So for the next 3 dolls, I got them all used off of Craigslist as well, and I got them on February 1st, 2022. So this is Keely. She is my Caroline doll, and I was actually planning to sell her and not keep her, but she totally stole my heart. She's only my second blonde doll in my collection up until this point, which is pretty crazy, given that a lot of people's collections that I see have a lot of blonde dolls. So despite her being a blonde doll, she's still really unique in my collection. I love her eyes, and I think that in the future I may send her in to get a new head because I would love to have like a super pristine Caroline in my collection. I named her Keely after the character in Phil the Future. Shout out to anybody that remembers that show. This is Sky. She's the second doll I got from the Craigslist lot, and she's a Girl of the Year 2016 Leah doll. I plan to get her a head replacement soon as well. I'm super obsessed with Leah, but this doll's hair in particular is pretty dry. It doesn't have much of a wave left to it, so I'd really like to get her a new head so that I could photograph her more and kind of give her more love. The final doll I got is Olive, and she's a Nenea doll, and I'd wanted a Nenea since Nenea released. I'd kind of always been on the fence about it. There was always a doll that I wanted more, so I was really happy to be able to get her at a cheaper price. I named her after the girl who was selling the dolls. I think her name was actually Olivia, but her mom was calling her Olive through the whole interaction that I had with her, which I thought was super cute name, and I think that it suits this Nenea doll really well. Next up is the most expensive doll in my collection, and she is a 35th anniversary Molly doll that I got for resale, and I got her new in box off of eBay. She arrived on February 14th, 2022, and I renamed her Dorothy. So Molly was a doll that I wanted really bad when I was a kid, but wasn't able to get her, and I wanted her when the 35th anniversary dolls released, but again, I couldn't really justify spending the money for her. But now she's definitely my prized possession, and I keep her in her display in her meat outfit, and I don't want to touch her. I don't want to mess up her braids, but I'm so happy to have her. She is absolutely gorgeous. My next doll is Avalon, who's Girl of the Year 2012 McKenna, and I got this doll with a bunch of others in super rough shape off of eBay. I restored and resold the others except for Avalon and one that I'm giving to my friend for her birthday. She arrived on February 14th, 2022, and she's probably the last doll in my collection that I'm really considering getting a head replacement for. Her hair is in really rough shape, and I think it was cut in the back. And I just seeing other people with their McKennas in good shape, I have so much envy for that, and I'd love for Avalon to be in really good shape too. The next 2 dolls I also got off eBay and restored them. They arrived on March 5th, 2022, and this first one is Juliana, who's a Truly Me 55, and she's my current lookalike doll. As a kid, I never really thought that Truly Me 25 looked like me, but I also didn't have a big interest in getting a new lookalike doll because I assumed, it'd probably look pretty similar to 25, just look a little bit more like me. But when I stumbled upon 55 in this eBay lot, I knew I had to have her. She looks exactly like me when my hair isn't dyed, and she's in much better condition than I thought she was going to be. The other doll that I kept is Spencer, who is my Julie doll. I knew a lot of kids when I was a kid that had Julie. She never really stood out to me then, but as I've grown older, she feels super iconic, and I knew I really wanted her in my collection. She's from San Francisco. I lived near San Francisco for 8 years, and I really love the whole vibe of the 70s and her whole story, so I'm really excited to be able to have her in my collection. Next up is my Truly Me 80 Charlie, who I got off the AG website with rewards money. She arrived on March 9th of 2022, and I actually bought her with the school council outfit that she models because it looks so cute on her, so you can see some of those pieces on her here. Truly Me 80 was one of those dolls where I hadn't really thought about her much, but then I saw her and I was like, wow, this is the prettiest doll that I have ever seen. So it wasn't much of a debate on what to spend my rewards money on that month. Her hair is super thick and super nice if you've never had the experience of being able to see one in person. Also, I feel like her vinyl quality is like really, really nice. So I don't know what that's about, but I really love her and I think she is great quality. This next doll is also a Craigslist purchase, and I feel really lucky to have her in my collection. I got her while I was visiting California, and I was scrolling through Craigslist for the area we were visiting, and I found this mom and daughter who were selling about 20 different American Girl dolls, one of which was this Kanani, and I got her on March 12th of 2022, and I named her Riley. Kanani was a doll that I wanted when I was a kid, and I didn't really have the money to get her at the normal resale price, so I feel really lucky and really happy to have been able to find Riley at such a good price. So while on that same trip to California, I actually stopped at the American Girl place in San Francisco and picked out my Corinne doll. I wanted to wait a couple of months and not get her right at release because I wanted to make sure that I really did want her in my collection. And it's safe to say that I really did want her, so I named her Mabel, and I've been carrying her around all the time. I really love her, and her hair is super nice quality if you haven't been able to see one in person yet. I definitely recommend her, and I love that we have such a beautiful doll of color this year as our Girl of the Year, and that American Girl clearly spent so much time and put so much love into this doll. This is my newest doll, and she's the last doll that I have to introduce in this video. This is Ophelia, and she's Girl of the Year 2015 Grace. I got her from Goodwill on March 14th, 2022, and she was in super rough shape when I got her. She had a lot of smoke damage. I had to clean her a lot, and it took a really long time. She's also the first doll that I've ever had to touch up the face paint on, which was really scary, but I think she came out pretty well. Grace is a super unique doll as far as the Girl of the Year line goes, and I've grown to love her even more while I've fixed her up. So this is the last doll. Thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more AG content from me in the future, and check out my Instagram at Rain City Dolls. Bye, thanks for watching!